Hello and happy holidays. We'll be covering the World Chess Championship using our custom Christmas chessboard. And so today we're covering game 1, and we'll also do a separate video for game 2. And so this is the first match. Ding Liren is the current World Chess Champion. He is ranked 22nd in the world as this championship begins, and he's playing against D. Gukesh. And so a lot of people are expecting this to go one way, but we're just excited to see the games and see what happens. So really, we'll just go through the moves, and you may want to check out some of your other favorite YouTubers for more in-depth knowledge, but this is just using the notes gathered from Lichess. So thank you for joining. So Gukesh starts the game with the move e4, and then we have e6 by Ding, d5, d4, d5, and I'm showing what the actual Lichess suggests as typical moves. So Gukesh plays knight to c3, and then we have knight to f6. So the computer suggests either pushing e5 to push away the knight, or bring out the bishop to pin the knight. So we have e5, knight f to d7, f4, c5. So really battling with the pawns in the center at this point. Black with c5 is challenging the pawn on d4. We have knight c to e2, maneuvering the knight to protect the pawn. You have knight to c6, c3, and a5, which Lichess gives the exclamation point question mark, calling it an interesting idea. And from what I saw, other commentators called out that since Gukesh was taking up space in the center, this was a way for Ding to push for space on a different side of the board. We have knight to f3, and now a4. So really pushing that pawn. Bishop to e3, bishop to e7, and g4. You have queen to a5, bringing the queen out on move 10. And then we have bishop to g2, preparing the castle. a3, really being aggressive with the pawn push. So either white pushes the pawn and really cements the black pawn on a3, or if he captures, then is weakening the base of his pawn chain. So b3 gives the exclamation point. So not capturing, but pushing forward. And we have c captures d4, and then b4 to kick away the queen. Queen to c7, knight captures d4, knight b6, castles, and now knight to c4. And it's very interesting. Basically, this knight gets to move potentially from one outpost to a further advanced outpost. So right now, the black knight's on c4. You have bishop to f2, bishop to d7, queen e2. Then you have knight captures d4, knight captures d4, and then knight b2. And that knight is really limiting the rook's ability to come to the d file, and also just is a very far advanced outpost. Bishop e3, or queen e3, sorry about that. And now you have rook to c8, doubling up on the c file. Rook a to c1, giving that pawn some extra protection. Queen c4, f5, queen d3. So now black's offering a queen trade. At this point, I believe Ding feels he has a positional advantage and is looking to capitalize on his advanced position. White declines the queen trade, going to e1. Have bishop to g5, attacking the rook. Rook to c2. Rook to c4. h4, attacking black's bishop. Bishop to f4. It looks pretty extreme that black has so many pieces behind the white pawn structure. If allowed to develop, maybe Gukesh's attacking pawns would turn into something. You have queen to b1, rook captures c3, rook captures c3, queen captures c3, f captures e6, and then Ding recaptures with the pawn. Looks like it would have been better to capture with the bishop. You have knight to e2, attacking the queen and the bishop. And the bishop, the queen captures the pawn and protects the bishop. Knight captures f4. Queen captures f4. And queen to c2. The engine didn't like this move. So now we have queen c4. This both puts pressure on the pawn on a2 and offers a queen trade. If the queen moves back to b1 to defend the pawn, then black has his option of capturing the pawn on b4 or g4. So the queen goes to d2. Black castles. It's already up 2 pawns, so no rush into trying to grab additional pawn. So bishop to d4, try to displace that knight. Knight to d3, queen to e3, rook captures f1 check, bishop captures f1. Now there's a double attack on black's knight, and also pinning the knight to the queen. And first move, in between move, is pushing the pawn to e5, so attacking white's bishop. So bishop captures the pawn, and now queen captures a g4 with check. So that gave black a way of trading pieces. Bishop g2, bishop f5, bishop g3, bishop e4, offering another trade while still being able to protect the knight. King h2, h6, bishop h3 to kick the queen away, queen d1, infiltrating and threatening checkmate on h1, bishop d6, giving the king a moving square, queen c2 check, king g3, queen captures a2, so picking up another pawn, bishop e6 check, but the king has a decision to make between h7 and h8, and makes the decision to move to h8. If the king had moved to h7, it would have exposed the king to checks, and also more of a drawish end game. So he played the move right. It would have allowed queen captures e4 with check if he had moved to h7. So queen captures h4, and then we have queen to e4 check. So this was an excellent first game of the World Chess Championship. Thanks for checking out this video. Hopefully you enjoy the holiday themed chess pieces. And if you're looking for a chess book, consider checking out the 12 Days of Chess. Thank you.